World premiere. What do you think? Did I do that good? So Xbox had a direct the other day and they talked about some pretty cool games, including Doom the Dark Ages, which goes hard, South of Midnight, Clair Obscur Expedition 33, and Ninja Gaiden 4. Also a Ninja Gaiden 2 remake, which is crazy. So Xbox usually does these directs quite often, and in every single one we see kind of like a breakdown of the devs when they go through each new game, and then we dive into some gameplay. And I kind of like this like introspective look. Some people come here and they just want to see trailers, so maybe next time they could start splitting these up into like a developer version and then a just trailers version. But they did drop the trailers at pretty much at the same time too, so whatever. So they went through a lot of cool looking games here, and keep in mind these all dropped day one on Game Pass. Platinum Games, Team Ninja, they gave a look at Ninja Gaiden 4. Now this was rumored for a long time now. We're looking at gameplay here. I like the look of it. However, I see a lot of people complaining that this is going to be using Unreal Engine. What are you going to do? Now, a lot of people's complaints with Unreal Engine is just the constant stuttering and bad performance that we've been seeing in recent Unreal Engine releases. How this will play out, not sure, but the gameplay looks pretty freaking stellar. Now, the last official Ninja Gaiden game that it looks like we got was in 2014, and I'm not counting Ninja Gaiden Master Collection. Yaiba Ninja Gaiden Z, I don't know how to say it, was a spin-off in 2014. That was the last game that we got in the Ninja Gaiden series, so it's been 11 years since we got an official Ninja Gaiden game. Now, they didn't just come out with Ninja Gaiden 4. We also got Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, which is a remake of Ninja Gaiden 2. Well, they're calling it revamped, but it's a remake. Anyway, here's a comparison side by side of what the remake and the original look like. It was a huge jump up in fidelity, but once again, an Unreal Engine game. We're gonna have to see how this pans out. And you're probably like, Nick, stop, shut up on Unreal Engine, dude, it's fine. Trust me, we've been let down before with Unreal Engine. Let's just hope this turns out good. But it's looking great. From the previews so far that I'm looking at, this looks stellar. It's got that amazing Ninja Gaiden platforming, awesome action, great blood. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing this. Up next, we saw South of Midnight. Now, we haven't seen this for a while, not since the Summer Games Showcase, so seeing more footage and gameplay of this was great. And this looks super interesting. I'm really into like the story they're going with here. I'm not too sure what exactly is going on, and I'm not exactly sure what the gameplay is yet, but from what I've seen so far, it looks like it might just be an adventure platforming game. But there's been some sections that look like Dark Souls boss fights, so I don't really have a clue yet to what this is, but if I had to say, it's probably some action adventure / platformer, linear God of War-y, you know, the usual. But I love the art style. I love that animated look where they have that kind of like stilted frame movement where their bodies move at like 15 frames per second. Anyway, this looks stellar, Blade, and this looks just awesome, and I'm really excited for this. And hey, it's on Game Pass. I can't believe we just get these for basically free. Minus, was it $20 a month now? Up next, we got Clair Obscur Expedition 33. I hope I'm saying this right. And this looks like a pretty interesting game. We did see this in a previous direct before, or a Summer Games Showcase. This does have some unique UI style that they're going with here, which is interesting. It's going to be a turn-based RPG and following the expedition of people in a French-based fantasy world that's ruled over by a malevolent goddess who's able to kill people over a certain age. Hard. All right. On to the big guns, literally. Doom the Dark Ages. You could probably tell I'm excited for this one. They did a whole, like, introspective developer documentary that Bethesda and id always seem to do, and that's great. I love the statue of the Doom guy in their office. It looks great. The Doom games could have been just some run and gun typical goop, I like to call it. But these guys, every time they release another title in the Doom franchise, it seems to be going with a different gameplay perspective. And they talked about that a lot in this trailer. Doom 2016 was just a basic run and gun, like I mentioned. Doom Eternal had a lot of focus on like which weapons you were using against which enemies. And it looks like in Doom the Dark Ages, there's a bigger focus on standing your ground and just firing your gun hard. So they introduced the shield in this, which basically you could throw your shield at people, you could parry, and you could also wind it up with a spike ball thing. I don't even know what it's called. But then they said this, which goes insanely hard.
We got one more really important button that we haven't talked about yet. The trigger.
God, this looks so good. Every time I see more gameplay of this game, I get so intrigued. And they showed a lot of gameplay of it too. Not only did they show the basic combat that we're kind of expecting from Doom, but they also showed you can fly on like dragons and stuff like that, and all this other stuff that looks insane. And they said that this isn't going to be like a one-time gameplay thing that you only come across once. You're going to be using this mechanic multiple times in the game. Anyway, that was the Xbox Direct in a shell nut. What are you excited for? We got a bunch of other games coming out after this too this year, like Avowed and lots of other stuff, and I'm really excited to see how those turn out. So let me know down below, which games were you most excited to see in this Direct? Which games are you most looking forward to? Is Xbox still rad? Let me know down below. I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks so much again, and hasta la Windows Vista.